Ever since I was a little kid, my dad's been bringing me out here, and there's holes like this one where it gets so deep you can't see the bottom. And I've always wondered, man, I bet you there's some catfish down there. But the goal was always, hey, let's focus on those bass. Well, today I'm alone and I'm an adult. And we're gonna go downstream some of these big holes. We're gonna fish for bass like normal, but we're also gonna stop. We're gonna catch some of these minnows here. Thousands upon thousands of minnows. We're gonna try to catch some catfish. Maybe even throw some cut bait out or something. It's gonna be a fun day. A lot of underwater footage, a lot of nature footage. Yeah, it's gonna be a long video, but it'll be a good one. Stay tuned. I'm just sort of skipping all this stuff because while it is beautiful and it looks like there would be fish, I remember last year there weren't any for a while. Except for this guy. Are you fresh dead? Are you old dead? No, you're very fresh dead. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. It's like a plan's coming together. All right, let's get started, shall we? Well, it's the first fish of the day. It ain't much. Little green sunfish. He's a fat one. Look how fat he is. I'm gonna catch about 300 of these today, so that's probably the only one you're gonna see unless I catch some big ones. Oh, a lot of bass. I'm passing up a lot of bass here. Okay, so they're here. I'll try for those bass I just passed. Okay, they're not as smart as I thought they were. Literally just went right over this fish and just stared at me. Got that Cinco. You can tell it's a Kentucky spot by the side, but also see how little his mouth is? Like a smallmouth bass. First bass of the trip. It's a pretty one. I think there's a bigger one with him. There's a fish right below me here. It's kind of small. He just spooked from the kayak. Oh, he wants it, but he's afraid of the kayak. He's only about 7 inches long. But he's fat. He's a fat 7 inches. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. Eat it, eat it. Oh, he's got crawdad whiskers down his mouth. This little guy right here is eating crawdads, getting big. Yeah, there's farmland right next to me here. You're just gonna have to put up with the tractor noise for a little bit. Let me get a picture. I don't know if y'all can see that down in there. Oh, you definitely can. Some crawdad whiskers. Go eat some more crawdads. Don't eat so many Cincos. Oh, there's a big old snapping turtle right here. GoPro. Something. Oh, it's a beaver. And he does not want me here, so we're gonna keep on going. Because he really doesn't want me here. Y'all hear him? Beavers will actually bite people.
Oh, you just hit me. What the hell, man?
So we're just gonna move on out of here because he's a pretty big beaver. And I don't want to bother him, but dang, man, this is a good spot for catfish. Another little guy. There's a bass right next to me. Seriously, Daddy's gonna hit this. You've got to be kidding me. This is how much line I had right here. I haven't reeled in any. This one's a largemouth here. There's a very large fish over there, whatever that is. It does not belong in this creek, unless it's a gar. I guess we could cast over there and find out, huh? Oh, I got him. It is a big, big gar. Go! That is a very large gar for this creek. Big old long-nose gar, probably about a 50-incher. No, it's a warmouth bass. That's a warmouth bass right there. And that's a bald eagle in the background. Look at that. There's a bass right there trying to steal the, and there was also a red or something. That's a nice bass, and there's a little bass. They're trying to steal a Cinco. Isn't that something? Oh gosh, there was. Probably choked it. Probably choked it. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, dude. Little guy. He wasn't too hooked. Got it out with ease. Gotta let him go. Don't throw the Cinco. Don't throw the Cinco. No. Okay. Throw my orange Cinco. Careful with the Cinco, bud. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. They're getting a little bit bigger. Well, that's a nice fish. He's not that nice. He just was fighting real well. I mean, he's a nice fish for the street. Okay, yeah, he's a little nicer. He had some bite to him there. Look at his tail, all messed up. Well, you're all messed up. What happened? It's very fresh. Almost looks like a turtle or something grabbed him. Saw one of those earlier. Got the rocks. Oh, I got a fish. I got a fish that got me in the rocks. That's what happened. Oh man, there's a great looking pocket right there. Unfortunately, there's a gar going right towards my... I would like to see you throw that Cinco, bud. A little Kentucky spot. You gonna stop? These little Kentucky spotted bass are so fat. And he's got some crawdad whiskers down his mouth. Y'all can't see them, but they're there. Super healthy. These guys eat all day long. Some of these massive rocks like this, a lot of this creek becomes rocky on one side and muddy on the other as we go through here. And those bass tend to hug to those rocks. I say that, you know, and then I don't catch it on the rocks. I'm gonna throw it over here on the muddy bank and I'll catch one. Watch. You've got to be kidding me. That is a very nice bass. That's the biggest bass I've ever caught in here. Hands down. Guys, that is a 4-pound bass. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe he's not 4, but he is dang close to it. Oh man, that's the biggest bass I've caught in here. Golly, he just about jumped in the boat. Oh my gosh. He's blind in one eye. This is an old fish. He's blind in an eye. Let me get him unhooked and rest him in the water and that's so exciting. Okay, well that was easy to unhook. Look how beautiful. Oh my gosh. Look at its eye. I'll get a better shot of its eye with my phone. That's a very old fish, and that's about as big as they get in here. I'm really trying to keep her in the water because she's lived a long life for a bass, I tell you what. Blind in one eye. Not in the other. Saw that Cinco. Feels like her jaw's been broken at some point. Look at that. Alright, after that last bass, I think I'm done fishing for bass. I threw the cast net a little bit, caught some minnows, some nice big minnows. I got that cut bait from earlier, that sucker, which by the way, when I scaled him, there's a little mark till like somebody stabbed him. I bet you an eagle, one of these bald eagles that's been flying around me, picked him up and dropped him. That's probably what killed him. But I got bait. I'm anchored up here. Let's start fishing for catfish. Surely there's at least channel cats in here, right? If bass, bluegill, gar are in here, you gotta get catfish in here, right? Well, that's a really pretty gar right there. Bet you he'll hit this. Oh boy, he hit it. Not only did he hit it, he slammed it. I wish I had my braided one on here. We're gonna go light with the drag here. I don't want him to break me off. He's a really pretty one. He's really spotted, but he gives a long nose. This is the calmest gar I've ever encountered. I'll tell you what, Illinois gar smell the same as Texas gar. That's for sure. Look at all the spots. And just because it's spotted doesn't make it a spotted gar. That's still a long-nose gar right there. See, spotted gar, here, come here. Spotted gar have a very short snout. You see how his snout's real long and skinny? He's still a long-nose gar. He's just got some fun coloration there. There's my minnow. Oh, he's about to spit everything. He's about to spit it all. I don't get it. It's perfect. Well, we gave it our best effort. I mean, we fished some pretty dang good looking spots, right? If there were catfish in here, you'd think they'd be hitting those shiners too. I do remember when Duel and I were 16 or 17, we drove up here and we fished upstream. And upstream looks, it's like this for 99% of it. And the 1%, there's a few deep pockets that are no bigger than this little area right here. And he threw a beetle spin and was catching these bullhead catfish with the beetle spin. So there are catfish upstream. They're bullhead catfish, which, you know, I can imagine. And you'd think if the gar can make it up here, surely the channel cats can make it up here, but I guess those gar are a little bit better at wiggling their way upstream in the shallow water. Anyway, I really enjoyed the time I spent out here today. I hope y'all enjoyed watching the video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. I'm about to go drop that sucker tail in the water up here. And I'll toss my GoPro in the water and we'll get some underwater footage of minnows and crawdads and all sorts of stuff going after it. So y'all enjoy that for a couple minutes and I'll catch you next time.